Yeah, I'm Craig. I'm from Vermont, and I'm here picking up hull number 1370. Placed the order after taking a factory tour here, and the factory tour, I wasn't sold on buying anything. I'd looked at several different manufacturers, toured several different companies, and when I saw how the Oliver was built, I had to figure out a way to buy one. What I saw at the factory was craftsmen who were definitely being allowed to show how talented they were, or are, how talented they are. There's, a lot of places, their products are obviously being built to a price point. Corners are cut, things are rushed through the line, and didn't get that sense here at Oliver. The tour was unusual in that it wasn't very sanitized, stay behind the yellow line, don't talk to any of the workers, they're very busy, and you generally just get to see their higher end products, select portions of the build procedure, and then you're rushed into a slick sales presentation. At Oliver, you basically were encouraged to walk right up to the workstations and ask questions of the workers and take a close look at what they were doing. It was quite obvious to me that they weren't trying to hide anything. And after seeing all that, I realized that for me, this was the proper choice. It was the proper choice for me because I'm hoping to do a lot of, camping in the dispersed kind of remote areas, where there are no hookups, and the solar package they offer seems to be quite robust. The batteries are definitely amazing, and the vehicle itself appears to be extremely rugged, and it appears from other owners that I've talked to, and from some of the things I've read on the forum, that they are definitely rugged. God, placing the order was really very simple. I just, when I left after having the factory tour, I had a whole pamphlet, because I hadn't decided whether I was going to get the Elite or the Elite 2. And that took a month or two to decide. And then it was just a matter of going through the checklists on there. And then I called Josh, my sales associate, and we went through it on the phone. Took about 20 minutes, and then I think it was probably 3 months later when the build was scheduled to start. We went over everything again to make sure I was happy with my choices and did I want to change anything. And any question I had, I had an answer within a day or so. I'm not sure if I can really answer that yet, because I've done camping in the past, but it's been, like for years I used an old Chinook, which was one of the things that got me to really look at the fiberglass trailers, because I ended up finding out all about Oliver on YouTube. The Chinook is a fiberglass coach body on basically a Ford Econoline van chassis, or at least the one I've been using is. And my biggest problem with that was, number one, if you wanted to have air conditioning or anything like that, you had to run the generator. It's kind of noisy. And number two, if you had set up somewhere nice and you had to go into town and get coffee, you had to break down your campsite. With a trailer, you don't have to do that. So that was one of the reasons I decided on a travel trailer. And then, I realized that fiberglass was probably the more robust way to go. And that search led me to Oliver. But no, I'm excited to camp at a much more leisurely pace. Because before it was, I have, like 2 weeks vacation. And, you have a huge list of what you want to see. So it means you have to travel every day. Whereas, now things are going to be going a little slower. I can take my time. I can take the state highways and the back roads. I'm not stuck to the interstate system. So I think, many opportunities would present themselves that I would not have noticed before because I was too busy trying to get from point A to point B. Boy, if someone's at a point where they can't decide between an Oliver and something else, I think first and foremost, they have to visualize or sit and write it out, what is their intended mission, for the trailer. What do they plan to do with it? If it's something they want to just, take and set up at a summer campsite that they use on weekends, and leave it there. It might not, there's maybe other alternatives. But if you, get a clear vision of what you want to use the trailer for, then find an owner in your area, or if you're in this area, schedule a factory tour, see how they're built, and, see if you can do that with the others that you're considering. And, the decision will be much easier for you once you see all that. What I want to say is probably what everyone says, just do it. If you, tomorrow's a question mark. If you have the capability to, or the finances to get into one, be it an Oliver or anything else, just if it will add some enjoyment to your life and give you some experiences that you wouldn't otherwise have, why not?